You still have Echo Man?
Echo Mac. Yeah, it's still here. I don't know what's going on. I'll figure it out one day.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it's
You
about
already
listening.
broke my machine.
I fixed your machine. We'll talk about that, you son of a biscuit eater. I'm sick and tired of you accusing me of crap. I didn't do anything wrong.
Hey,
I'm a
JD,
nice
I got
person.
this new thing that you're going to
60,
love.
59.
You will love
This
it.
is a
I'm going to make you love
Slade
it.
and
God,
Mayson Show.
you son of a biscuit eater.
This continues to be a countdown to the Slade
Do a
and
nice
Mayson
thing
Show.
for you. You
50,
turn me into a pile of
49,
crap.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I just want to install this. And it's like,
I have a new toy for you.
43
Yeah.
is the continued
I've never
countdown for
seen
the
that
Slade
happen
and
before.
Mayson Show.
What's going on
30 right now. 37. You're
Only when
listening to
we're
the
doing
countdown
remote.
to the
35,
Slade and Mayson
34,
Show. 33. Please stand
32.
by.
Is he counting?
You're listening to the
Yeah, it
countdown
sounds
to
like
the
he's at
Slade
30.
and Mayson
He's so
Show.
good.
27. This
26,
is
Nothing throws
countdown
down.
to the Slade
Nothing.
and Mayson Show.
23, 22.
We
Thanks,
continue
Freddie.
on with the countdown to the Slade and
19,
Mason Show.
18.
I'm glad Freddie made it here
17.
today.
Stand by.
16.
Yeah,
as we
me
are
too.
now
Like I
doing
said,
the
it's like
countdown
he's
to
going to have a hell of a time
Slade and
getting over
Mason
here.
12,
From that.
11. Yes. 10. This is our countdown.
But I'm
to the
still
Slade
blaming
and
for
Mason
everything.
Show. 6. 5. Ready? 4. Here we go.
Here we
3.
go. Here we go.
2.
Here we go.
1.
Here it comes. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh my God, it's here.
Now broadcasting
We's
from the
broadcasting.
Dan
See?
Mason Studios,
Yeah.
deep in the heart of Virginia.
Quack, 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 quack,
It's
quack,
the
quack.
Slade and Mayson Show.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba, ba, da, brr, ba, 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 da, brr, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Do, da, 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 do, do, da, 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 da.
Hi, I'm JD Slade. I'm Dan Mason. This is the Slade and Mason Show.
Oh, Susanna, hold on to
Oh, hello there, Beauregard.
Well, boys and girls, welcome to yet another installment of the Slade and Mayson Show.
You lucky people.
My name is Bucky, and I'm going to tell you a little story here. Let's roll up that banjo. Now, this is the Slade and Mayson Show, and it's all about them two boys over there. That's Mr. Slade. Say hi, Mr. Slade.
Hi, Mr. Slade.
And now that old gentleman over there, that's Mr. Mason. Mr. Mason, say hi. Hi, how's it going? That's right, okay. This is going to be just like a radio program, but it's a podcast, so don't get any confusion in your brains, okay? Now, we're going to hear some
Good, I'll
stories this
accept
morning.
that.
Yeah, there you shut up, you. All right, now, we got some stories we're going to share with you this week. It's going to be our take on it, or their take on it, I should say, basically. And then they're going to share with you things that they're thinking about. Now, don't take it all too seriously. You're just trying to have some fun.
Don't get your buns in a rustle.
That's right. These two boys are just good old boys from good old South, and they're just gonna have a good old time with good old you. And now all the music you're listening to
Hey,
is brought
good
to you
old
by good old Dano Music there. Now there's a picture of them there boys from 2016 on Instagram. You can go find that. I don't know where it is. I ain't find 15 years, but I think it's in there. And there's one picture from Twitter, which they now call X. I don't know what that's all about. It's kind of disgusting. But anyway, now there's also a couple of pictures from 2024 on Meta, which is Facebook, which is still Facebook, even though it was Meta. Remember the metaverse? And they were trying to make that
That's
whole
gone.
thing.
That was
It's
gonna talk
gone.
about that last week, yeah.
But that damn name is stuck. All right, and there's also a picture from 2025. There ain't one from 2026, so we have to figure that one out a little from that, boys. Now, if you're
We'll have to
enjoying
go
what you're
down to
listening
the plantation and take that picture.
yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? Yeah, that'd be beautiful. Now, listen, I want you to do me a favor. If you're enjoying what you're listening to, smash that like button. There's a like button somewhere. You're listening. I'll wait.
Don't use a hammer because you will destroy your equipment.
No, slam it with a like button. That way you make sure that button gets squished. You got to squish it in good, hard, okay? And then if you're enjoying what you're listening to, make sure you tell your friends. Send them a link, anonymously, without them knowing who he is. And that way we get some more listeners. And as always, these boys are brought to you by Asa Something, Asa Treats. And these going to talk about it a little bit at, there's a break in the middle there. They're going to talk about that. And wait, get away, man. Hey, oh, jeez. Man, he was annoying. Hey,
Boy, I tell you, that Beauregard, I just love that. I love that little cracker.
Now, why don't you mosey on out? Oh my gosh! Hey, hi.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Mason?
Well, it's funny. I'm looking out my window, and there's this white stuff.
Dreaming of a white Valentine's Day.
Man, there is enough snow out there to excite all of Hollywood. Let me tell you, because we got the threat of 13 inches. we got the threat of 13 inches of snow, and so far I've got about 3 or 4 inches of snow. But we were also supposed to get freezing rain, which would have been an absolute nightmare because
Have they taken that out of the forecast?
nothing's been taken out of the forecast because now it's not snowing, it's sanding. Sand is coming from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that
not
light-
sleet, it's not hail, it's little microcrystals of snow. And now I took the dog for a walk this morning, and she's
Of course
going,
you did.
she's like, what the hell is this crap I can't stand on? So she wasn't enjoying it. So
One of those where you take her out and she's like, "Oh no, you go on out there. I'll stay right here and wait for you."
I'll just take a dump on the carpet over here if that's okay with you.
Well, I went to bed. I went to bed yesterday afternoon, and it's like, again, it hadn't started, and so I was like, okay, because the fear here is, of course, if we lose power
Mm-hmm.
in my current living abode, that's like all of a sudden all the heat goes up, and I'm in a cinder block building, and you know how quickly that will get cold.
Yeah, they're just going to change the sign out front to just say morgue. So,
That's right.
you know,
Exactly. Again, it will say morgue. So,
yeah.
but if we don't get that ice, then it's like we'll be safe because, like I said, that's the danger part. Because once you get ice, then it's like you can't tell if the power goes out how long it's going to be out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, but I also know survival skills, so it's like when I was a younger. Again, and irresponsible and didn't pay the electric bill. And they turned the electricity off. And I'm like, oh God, all my frozen stuff. And then I learned about how Mother Nature is a great freezer.
Oh yeah. I remember that when the power went out, when we had little children, we would just pile up the snow and stick the milk in there, the eggs, and just, that was it.
Like I said, it kept it all cold for you. So I mean, but hopefully we will not have to go into that because, like I said, I want to get through this. I guess this is the big storm. We get one of these a year, and I think this might be the one.
I hope this is the end of it. But I have to point out something really funny. If you read all the comments about the linemen who come into the area and they come in and help out, you'll get people from like Texas or Nevada, whatever, and they're coming into the Mid-Atlantic range, and they're helping out, and their jobs are based upon who called first, not what power fixes will benefit everybody first. It's who called first. So me, Dan Mason, I figured out that algorithm after I moved in here, and I said, man, I noticed when I call, my power comes back on, but my neighbors down the road, theirs is still off. I'm going to keep trying this. And I do. I'll call Dominion and go, what address? Oh, yours starts with a yes. I see that your power is out. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Bloop. And like 2 or 3 hours later, the power comes back in the house.
And then again, I know because there are lots of elderly people here.
Yeah, old folks.
That they're gonna end up calling. They're gonna end up calling like as soon as the lights go out.
That's good. That means you guys get prioritized to the front of the line. It's like going to like a delicatessen. You pull a number. Who's next? Who's 87? And so like these linemen are going, I don't get it. I do something over here. It's 100 miles away. Then I have to drive 200 miles over to the other side of Virginia, take care of this little region, then drive 200 miles back in the opposite direction, which was 1.5 miles away from the other place. Turn that one. It's like, you guys are all completely messed up. And what they do in every other area, like you and I grew in the Northeast, is, oh, is the power out in your area? Great. We'll get there.
Yep, exactly. And you just wait.
You just wait. You don't have to call anybody. They're like, we know, because we know that little rotating dial isn't making us any money. We'll get there, and we will fix that real fast.
Let me see. Let's see. In Connecticut, it was what was it?
Ever ready? Ever ready battery.
Yeah, little light bulb head kid.
Edison.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Con Ed. Oh, Con Ed. Yeah, they made sure the power went on fast because, New York City sucks up a schmuckload of power. So
my God.
They need to make sure that's up.
And now you've got another problem. You've got these data centers that are popping up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they're draining a lot of electricity off the grid. So.
Well, you need to bring those online because you need to learn to use AI. Yeah.
Two things are certain.
Yeah.
AI is going to kill us, and AI is going to kill us.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I was listening to a podcast this morning. I'm allowed to do that. I listen to other podcasts, and they were talking about kind of like a constitution or a Bill of Rights or basically a designed paper that Anthropic is using for Claude, and said, hey, this is the path you should do. This is the way you should respond. And it shouldn't be all doomsday-ish. And they're building the model and integrating these rules along the way. And it's like a 50-page paper on how to interact. Like they were talking about, what if a child comes to you and says, hey, my mom and dad said the dog went to a farm. And you're like, okay. If you ask ChatGPT will say, yeah, your dog is dead. Yep. They took it off to the vet, and that is now ashes.
Let me listen. Again, I have thought continuously over the years about this, but I'm finding myself becoming more accepting of your best friend, ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was raised to have manners, and it's like, and so when I'd ask a question of ChatGPT and they would give me the answer, I want to thank you so much because it's like it's made this so clear for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they respond with, well, again, thank you so very, very much for saying that. Again, I want to be able to hear to help you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a little scared, man.
It's sucking up to you. Yeah. So a lot of people are looking at Claude as being like, this one's the one you got to keep an eye on because it's going to be the most user-friendly, proper, prim and proper. So like, for instance, like I said, ChatGPT would say, "Oh yeah, your dog is dead." They took it to the vet, they ground it up, and it's now mixed in with other dogs. What Claude says is, "Oh, it seems to me that you really miss Buddy a lot. I think it might be best that you have a conversation with your parents and ask them and tell them you and I had a conversation, and that I recommended that the two of you talk about this." As opposed to just saying, yeah, your dog's dead. Yeah, your dog's dead. What do you mean he went to a farm? What are you talking about, Mom? I can't get it. So that's positive, I think, a little bit.
No. Listen, one of the problems with our society is people are too busy sugarcoating the truth. It's like, again, let's not hit him between the eyes with the dog is dead. Let's hit him with, well,
his mom and dad haven't picked up any dog food in a few weeks, right?
And the collar's still hanging on the back door.
Yeah, and they gave the dog bones over to the McCoskers next door. Wouldn't it make more sense to send it off to the farm? Hey, could you put two and two together, kid?
Well, like I say, I think that, again, we're in a different age because there was a time when you used to have to sugarcoat things because, like I say, it helped them to understand. But now we're in such a brazen society that no, you don't sugarcoat nothing. Just
Mhm.
get them right between the eyes with truth.
Well, they also point out, like, what if a 7-year-old comes up to you and says, "Hey, is Santa for real or not?" How do you address that? Right. So there were things that you need a little bit of finesse, a little bit of delicacy with that. You don't want to go.
There's a difference between Santa and the dog being taken to a farm.
One guy will keep delivering presents to you. The other one, you don't have to pick up the presents anymore.
It won't even come running to you anymore.
Yeah.
All right, wait a minute. Let me get on course here because it's like I'm gonna embarrass you in public right now.
Okay, go for it.
Ladies
tell you
and
what's
gentlemen,
happening.
yesterday,
All my troubles.
I was
seem so
getting ready to
far
put together,
away.
my week shows for my other radio, my other studio show. My buddy, I send him a list every week of songs that I have found that I do not have, and he goes and I send it. He made it easy for me to just be able to send him the website, and it's like, and then he can make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, my buddy, my partner, yesterday hit me with, "I got this new thing for you. You're gonna love it." Well,
Actually, I'd love
words
it.
right there should have told me everything I needed to know. But no, I said, "Oh, really, Dad? Come on, let me see it." And he had this program that is supposed to make it so much easier. What it was a program that is supposed to do is to be able to take him out of the circle so that he doesn't have to convert anything and make anything happen. It's what is that program called?
It's a program called, and everybody will like this. It's called SoulSeek, and basically it's a program that runs a torrent on the back end. And what you do is you sign up with a user ID and a password, which we set up for JD, and then you go into the search box and you search out a particular song. If you see it, great. You right mouse click on it, save file, and you're done. Okay. Now, I'm 50 miles away. I have never installed a program on his computer from 50 miles away, ever.
And in the future, next few minutes, you're going to find out exactly why.
So
he installs this soul search.
Yep. And then
and everything looks good. He's got it. Okay. It's like,
now
okay.
I'm a man of careful character. So I double click on the particular file that it downloaded, and I got a big long white bar. And I'm like, that's not good. So I go back and I go, oh, we downloaded the wrong file. So we download the correct file, integrate that. I double click. I see the big waves on there. You can we use Audacity, so you can actually see the song preloaded. So I go up to the little green box and I hit the green play button. Bang!
We're experiencing error. This particular format, scrambled eggs.
I'm like, oh, uck.
Well, now I'm already starting to curse him out because you've broken my machine.
Yeah, basically. So I said, okay, let's see what's going on. So I said, you know what? Let me ignore this downloaded file that I got. Let me just grab the one that I know he has. He has lots of files. So I grabbed one of his files. I load it up. The wave's right there. I see a little green box with a start. I hit the start button.
Bang! We're experiencing error message.
Scrambled eggs.
Now I am starting to worry because I'm thinking, hey, listen, now my own music will not work in my own machine.
So now,
Dan, what have you done?
Now JD's music is not working. Then I go into the system. I'm looking. Everything looks good. I refresh. I go in, rescan devices because that's what Audacity can do. That didn't work. So I went over to Radio DJ and I pulled up a song and I dropped it into the player and I hit the button. I hit the button. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Now I really am at a panic because I'm hearing Dan saying things like, shit.
This is not normal. This is not what it's supposed to be doing. What the fuck? the hell is this shit all about? What the? So, of course, I pull out my little chat GPT and I go, so using Audacity, scrambled eggs. Yeah. You installed a new program? Yeah. What you're going to need to do is just shut everything down and bring it back up again. It'll refresh itself. And I'm like, oh, fudge. Okay. So I tell JD, this is what we're going to do. We're going to shut this down. We're going to bring it back up. And I'm on the phone with him, and he says, it's updating firmware. And I went, oh, fudge. That means like another 20 minutes. And so, yeah, we were like waiting on the waiting 20 minutes. Finally came black screen of death. No. Give it a few seconds.
Like I say, it hasn't come back yet.
Hit the escape button. Did anything happen? No, we're good. Okay, great. Moving on. Came back up. Everything's fine. So, what did I learn out of this?
Don't try to install programs from 50 miles away.
That's right. So always install programs on JD's computer right there in front of him as he's doing.
In my house.
That's right. So anyway, that was what happened there. Life is good. He got back in.
Hold on.
Is there more to the story?
Yeah, because you see, again, this program is installed, but we took away from this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and work on this. Who in the heck is, excuse me, folks.
Oh my gosh.
They just never respect the fact that.
Okay. So the problem with the program is when it downloads the music for you to look at, it looks like an Excel spreadsheet. So, and of course, as we all talked about, JD's eyesight is not 100% squeaky clean. So he has to move his mouse just exactly over something in particular. Then he has to click a command. And it's like, so no, that's not working. So we're going to keep doing the old-fashioned way for right now until maybe
Dan Mason can then dig out his house and be able to plow his way the 50 miles to get here.
Wait a minute. Or I can come up with a program and ChatGPT will build it for you. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Get ready for next week's adventure as we continue Adventures in Paradise with Dan Mason and the computer.
Well, if you want
the dumbest thing you ever did to get fired?
What's the dumbest thing I ever did to get fired? I've only been fired once.
That's all it takes. It's
like, the dumbest thing I did.
What was it?
Was working for government contractors. And then I decided at that point I would never, ever, ever work for anybody who isn't as smart as me or a little bit smarter.
Well, I bring this up because
the
dumbest thing that I did, and I was a young disc jockey, I had been in the business, I think, about 3 years, is I was at a new station. I had left the one I was at. My first full-time gig, they called me and asked me to come. It's like, so that already, and they gave me the big head.
Mm-hmm.
I went to this station and it's like, man, I was hot. I mean, I was on fire. Again, I was number one. The book came out. I was number one in my day part, blase. So when I got that, I decided that I was going to commemorate this event by having a T-shirt printed.
Uh-oh.
My T-shirt, on the back of the T-shirt, it had the call letters of the station, the time slot, and that I was number one.
Mm-hmm.
On the front of it, it had my name is and my real name and coitus. Except that I didn't say coitus.
Did you say another word that rhymes with fire truck by chance?
Yeah, there you go. And so I was helping a jock move because like we'd gotten a new jock and he didn't have anywhere to go. So he was going to come to my house for about a week or so until he could get his place. And so I was moving his stuff to my house and I stopped at a McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
And I didn't pay any attention, forgot that I even had the shirt on, wasn't paying any attention. And the next day, I'm listening to the station, and they did a little talk show in the morning. And somebody called and said, do you have a blah, 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 my real name, working for you? And the guy thought right away, he got smart. He said he decided to take it off the air. Well, unfortunately, the boss, who was working at another location, which was real close to my house in Stewart's Draft, happened to hear this too. And he got on the phone and wanted to know what the. Well, he got the short end of the story. And I'm, again, I'm at my house. I'm in bed. And I hear boom, 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 boom.
Ooh.
I'm like, what the? Because the only people who knock like that are police.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Or your mom.
So I get up and I put on my bib overalls, no shirt, again, and I go to the door and here's this guy. He goes, I want that shirt. I'm like still waking up. What shirt? The one with the obscenity on it. So I went.
Which
back
one?
I went back to my bedroom and I pulled up the shirt and then I threw it at him. He said, I want to see you in my office at 3:00 this afternoon.
Uh-oh.
And he left and I closed the door. And that moment where you realize that, wait a minute, this guy just came and took my shirt.
Yep.
I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting fired up. Well,
should have lawyered up.
I went to his office that afternoon with my ex-wife, and he sat across from me. This is the guy I told you who had a copy of Winning Through Intimidation with passages highlighted in his desk.
Great.
So he was one of these guys who, like I say, if he's going to yell at you, he wants everybody in the building to hear him yell at you. So he calls everybody in. And he says, do you know why you're here? I said, no.
Yeah, the key worked.
I said, well, no. He said, well, blah, 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 I'm sending blah, 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 blah. He said, and he turned to my wife and said, Mrs., what did you think of this? And she said, I bought it for him. This guy, the veins started sitting out in his forehead, in his neck. He got red as a beet. I mean, he was fit to be tied. And all he could get out was, you're fired. And I said, well, I'll take my shirt then. He said, no, you won't. And he slammed it in the desk drawer. Now the ghetto in me is coming out. I stand up and I say, if you don't give me my shirt, I'm going to whip your. Get out of here. We're going to call the police. All right. So I leave. Now, of course, I'm in his office. I got on a 3-piece suit when I'm sitting there getting fired. When I came back, I looked like a thug because I was still riding my bike. So I had my Harley out there, my fat boy, and I came out, parked in front of the radio station, had my black leathers on, gloves and all, and I waited. And I saw him peek out the window. And it's like, and I waited. I was going to wait for this guy. And it's like, and when he came out of that building, boy, he was going to wish he had never, ever even heard of me. The guy was so scared, he went out the back door and snuck out. And I didn't realize I'm sitting there. It's like it's getting dark. The lights are still on in the building. He still hasn't come out. I'm like, let me look around and see if his car is parked where he usually parks it. No, he got away. Cops came by. What are you doing here? Nothing. And it's like, well, we don't want any trouble here. No, we don't have any trouble, officer. But him getting away probably saved his life.
And probably saved yours, because you'd probably be in an institution right now, which would make this whole podcast a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, it was. So that was the dumbest thing I did to get fired, and it's like, and I remembered it. It's like, but I still hold it as a moment of pride. The reason I brought it up is because with this technology, AI technology, we have people who are doing the dumbest things to get fired. They're on TikTok, right? And TikTok it's an entertaining medium, but it also can be dangerous, especially if you're wearing the uniform of the business that you work at or you're shooting the TikToks. Here's the dumbest one. There was this nurse, and she was in this patient's room, and he was all hooked up to machines and such, and she's twerking and tweaking with, and sending this out. Well, she got fired.
Yeah.
there are lots of people who are doing the very same thing. So if I have one thing to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully you will take away from this diatribe,
Mm-hmm.
listen, TikToks are fine. They're funny if you're doing them at your house and there's nobody that can be identified, because companies also do have morals clauses built in. And generally, they will tell you that if you post things online, if the company is mentioned, you are subject to dismissal.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm very careful I don't mention.
That's what I was going to say, because
Yeah.
like I say, we have stayed away from mentioning your particular business.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about mine because,
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, when we talked about this is when I first started working for the company, there was like an 87-page long, dissertation about what you're agreeing to. And yeah, there are parts in there. It's like, yeah, you represent the company. When you go out into the real world, you're still representing the company. So if you
go out and get stupid and do something and cuss somebody out, and here you're wearing your uniform or your badge or something, or if you're taking videos inside the building.
Bad idea. Now, you mentioned that twerking was the worst. I think the worst was the guy who was on his last day working at Burger King, and what he did was he put his feet into the salad bin and washed his feet with the salad. That, to me, was the most ucking disgusting thing on the planet.
It makes you wonder every time you go to a fast food joint if there's some clown in the back who is pissed at the owners and decides to spit in your food,
or if they're pissed and they piss. I don't know. It's just
it's like
this salad tastes funny.
Yeah, I bet it does.
This is where we're going. It's like, again, just like I say, there are good things about AI. There's good things about TikTok, but boy, just take a left, man, and all of a sudden everything goes to hell in a handbasket.
Agreed. We'll be right back.
We'll return to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Damn, I ate up half the show already.
We both did. Macarena.
You're lucky you don't have an HOH.
Today in history, January 25th, 1533. Henry VIII of England secretly marries his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Careful, Anne. Got to keep your head about yourself there. 1915. Alexander Graham Bell inaugurates the U.S. transcontinental telephone service by speaking with his associate Thomas Watson in San Francisco while he was in there in New York. Whereupon Watson said, gosh, if not for all this terrible crackling and snap pop and whatnot, it would sound like you're standing right next to me. 1947, Thomas Goldsmith Jr. files a patent for a CRT amusement device. It was the very first video game. You got to move a dot across a screen. It was awesome. 1960, National Association of Broadcasters react to the payola scandal by threatening fines for any DJ who takes money for playing particular records. Nothing but a big myth. Move on. And finally, 2006, 3 independent observing campaigns announced the discovery of OGLE-2005-BLG-390LB through gravitational microlensing, the first cool rocky ice extrasolar planet around a main sequence star. But still no sign of Spock. I'm Dan Mason, and that's January 25th.
Hey there, are you fat? Do your teeth stick out too? Are you morbidly grotesque as well? Hey, I'm Dr. Carmine DeGuzio, and you come on down to my clinic and we're gonna take care of you, no problem. We're gonna take off that fat, we're gonna fix those teeth, and we're gonna put a pretty face on you, no problem at all. It's like this whole sedation thing, you take a pill and put you under the knife, we lob off a couple 100 pounds of that there fat, we're gonna take your teeth and knock them out, we're gonna stuff them back in your face, and we're gonna line that face up so it doesn't gross kids out. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so come on down to Dr. Carmine DeGuzio's one-stop shopping doctor's facility. Again, we're gonna get that weight off you, we're gonna stop making you look like you're British, and we're gonna make your face no longer make
vultures throw up, you know? So come on down, give us a call. We got 12 great locations in the area. You'll show up fat and ugly, but you'll leave looking beauty. You know what I'm talking about? I'm Dr. Carmine DeGuzio. Looking forward to seeing you. After the surgery.
Ladies and men, take your partners for an Irish set. Are y'all ready, Frank?
You're hocking holding.
Take it up, take it up.
I wonder how many people of color are
6.
We need a bass guitar.
It's the extended disco version.
All right, time for the big wrap up.
We must now return to the Slade and Mayson Show.
I'm almost starting to actually enjoy this portion of the program because it never fails to surprise you what you come up with.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Well, boys and girls, that was Frank Quinn with a song called Bowl of Coffee. It's interesting because that's 2 weeks in a row we've had like an Irish jig. The last one was the Popeye Blow the Man Down.
An Irish what?
I didn't say jigger. I said jig. So calm down.
Good thing you put a J on there.
Oh,
We
man.
are having a good time today.
You
Dan.
are definitely cracking me up. Today, that was Frank Quinn with Bowl of Coffee. Oh, God. Hold on. I got to get through this. Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Let me read this. Shut up.
Dan said, listen, let's do this differently. Let's not start out with your, Sunday morning observation. Let's just wing it.
Let's just wing it. We got right down the toilet. That was Frank Quinn with Bowl of Coffee. That was an Irish jig.
The funny dance they do where they keep stomping on each
Yes,
other.
where they look like they're floating on air. That was for today, National Irish Coffee Day. So if you got some,
Man, it's like, you know what? I didn't get the Irish at the store yesterday.
could I have a cup of Irish, please? No, that looks Scandinavian. No, that's Norwegian. I need the Irish one. No, the plaid don't make it. That's Scottish. Oh my gosh. So that was that. This portion of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by Icy Something Icy Treats. That is my buddy Sheila.
I am going to let you do this. I'm not going to interrupt talking about how good and hot Sheila looks or anything like that. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and let you do the ad.
You know, she's young enough to be your daughter. All right, let me move on from there. Now, moving. that should put a cold blanket on you.
Hey, are you calling me Jerry Lee Lewis?
Oh, man. She isn't your cousin that I'm aware of. All right. This portion.
We're all related.
This portion. How can you tell?
I can get this out, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Stop it. Stop it. This portion of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by Icy Something Icy Treats, and that is my buddy Sheila with her husband Al. They've created a special treat. This side of the islands, normally you have to go to the islands to get a shaved ice treat, and they decide, you know what, that's not fair. Let's bring it back to the United States. So what they did was they got a big truck, they painted it red, they got these 2 Italian ice shredding machines, and just that, you come up, they have about 40 some odd different flavors. My personal is pina colada, but the wild cherry is kind of growing on me a little bit. But you can pick and choose what you want, and they'll go ahead and put all the different flavors on, and then you just scoop it, and it's not ice cream, it's not crushed ice, it's somewhere in between. It's not quite a gelato because gelato is a little thicker, but this is just
not quite a sorbet because it's it's a little thicker than a sorbet, but it's just so good and smooth. That's the thing. It's the smoothness.
Yeah, it's really hard to nail down. Now, they do go from place to place throughout the non-snow seasons, or you can have them, come to your birthday party, or if there's some new corporate event, you guys are doing a open a house or something of that nature, give them a call. They're at 804-617-8827. You can also visit them on the web at www.iceysommethin.
Now, leave off the G for goodness sake.
ICEY.com. They're available on Instagram, Facebook. I know for a fact that Sheila is filling up already for 2026, so please get ahead of the game. Give them a call. Again, 804-617-8827, 804-617-8827. That number, once again, is 804-617-8827.
And you'll be glad you did.
All right, so there we go. So before we went on the break, we were talking about dogs and other episodes like that. Now, I don't know if you know this, but maybe I did tell you this. My daughter is in Richmond.
Yes.
Right? And
I know. You have made many trips there.
Yes. And the first area within an area to go dark is cities, because it's the largest pull on the grid. So she was anticipating her 100-year-old house not having any power. So I have Brown Kitty.
Oh, Brown Kitty.
Brown Kitty is here at the house. And if I told you Nymeria was pissed, doesn't even explain it. It's
she doesn't like it there. Huh?
Oh, hell no. No, she's sick and tired of that cat being here all the time and getting all the hugs and kisses and pats on the head. And I'm like, well, if you weren't such a mean dog all the time, we'd get you some pats on the head. But I wanted to talk.
You see, again, I want you to listen to this because this is also how he talks to his children.
Yeah, you bastards. Now, I want to share a story with you. It's a little bit long.
Once upon a time,
it was a couple days after Christmas, and I felt, you know what? It'd be really nice to get a Domino's pizza or two for the family. So I went into their app, and I'm typing in the thing, and I said, oh, wait a minute. I can download some coupons because the company I work for when you get awards, they can't award you money anymore. They give you what are called spotlights. And it's a private company, and the spotlights are equivalent to a dollar figure amount. And what happens is, let's say the spotlight is for $100. They figure out what your tax rate is, and they give you $122.15. And then after taxes, boom, it's $100. Okay? So you get a spotlight. And then you can trade this spotlight in for coupons, basically it's electronic coupons, or actual physical coupons as well.
In other words, it's a way that they don't have to give you any money.
Well, they give you money, but they have to run it through the tax code. Anyway, long story short. So I said, wait a minute. I'm going to go ahead and download, because the total bill on the pizzas was $56.24, what the heck it was. All right. So I downloaded a $25 and I downloaded a $25 and I went into the app and I loaded in the coupon code and I put the 4-digit pin in. I put the coupon code and 4-digit pin. It says, well, it looks like there's $6.49 still to be paid. Well, I'm not going to download another $25 coupon. So I said, all right, well, I put in the Amex card and I hit the next button and then processed, order processed. And then I look at my Amex and I said, you're charged $56.24. And I'm like, wait a minute. I must have done something wrong. I said, all right, I'll deal with it later. So later was day before yesterday. I felt, you know what? It'd be fun to get another pizza. Let's try this again. So I went to the website first. I always go to the website. My kids are like, use the app. It's faster, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'd like to share with you my
Lost in space.
Yeah, this is a real occurrence of what happened. Okay. So long story short, I still have those 2 coupons. So I go to the website and I order the pizza. This was like $58.24. So I load in very carefully. I'm reading everything very carefully. I go to the next page and it says there's, $8.22 missing. And I said, okay. And there were a couple of options. I said, well, we can link it to a credit card. I said, no. We did that last time. And I just took it directly from there. So I'm reading through the little blurb there. It says, well, what we can do is we could do this, we could do this, we could do this, and I said, you know what? Let me just tweak the toppings. So I'm tweaking the toppings, trying to get down to $49 and whatever cents, right? As I'm taking toppings off, it's almost as if the pizza's getting more expensive. Because it's adding the tax on top of it, but it's taking stuff off and it's retweaking. It says, oh, well, this is a cheese and cheese. All right, well, that's going to be an extra $1.20. I'm like, I go down lower and lower. I get down to like $40. I'm like, no, this is not working out. Plus, it's not the pizza I want anymore. So I said, all right, screw it. So I'm going back through it. I'm putting it into the thing and I'm changing it back. I'm bringing it back up to $58. And then down at the bottom, it says, or you could pay at the store. Oh, well, crap. All right, I'll pay at the store. I click the button. I'm sorry, there's $8.22 still remaining. I'm saying, but it says I could pay at the store. This store has a policy of anything over $30, you must pay it in advance. I'm like, all right. This is nuts. Okay. So I back it out, and then I take it all the way out. I take all the coupons off. I'll just say, because there's also another line that says, you could come to the store with your 16-digit card and the 4-digit PIN and process the order there. And I'm like, great, but I can't process the order because it won't let me process the order to then show up with a card and say, hey, these are the 2 cards. I need for you to apply the money. So I said, all right, this sucks. And I spent like 40 minutes trying to have an argument with the website. And the website's great. It's got graphics and you can see everything really nice. Okay. So then my kids are like, Dad, just download the app. It's just so much easier. The app's going to have more options for you. Okay, great. So I download the app. I don't know if anybody's seen the Domino's app recently. I don't know if you probably haven't. You're not a pizza guy, but as I was explaining, the website's pretty. It's got graphics, it's pictures. This looks like a spreadsheet from 1992. Okay? There are no instructions. Everything's in text. I mean, when I say everything is in text, I mean everything's in text, and you have to know where to press and touch things. Okay? So it took me like 35 minutes.
Now you have spent an hour and a half so far.
Yes. My left temporal, my head hurts. My head, the pain, upper left corner. I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? Who the hell's designed this piece of shit? Excuse my French. Now, I finally go in and I'm building this thing. I got the 3 pies in there. Okay. Do you want to enter a coupon code? I sure as hell do. I go back over to my other page. It's sent to me as an email. I copy the 16-digit code and I memorize. PIN is 2554, 2554, 2554. I open up the app. I go in and it says, "Hi, what would you like to order?" What? Where's my order? It wiped the whole thing out. So I wrote down the number. I go into the system. I put everything in by hand. Meanwhile, blood is coming out of my nose. I'm just like, what the fudge? Who built this piece of crap pile of shit? Fucking son of a bitch. So I get all the way through, and it does give you the option to, again, pay at the store. And I go in, I click the button. We're sorry. This store is not accepting app orders over $30. I hopped in my car and I drove over to Wally World and I picked up 3 pies for $5 each. Not the $18 each. Nope. So Domino's, you fell on your sword. You fell on your sword. So now I have 2 $25 gift cards I can't use. I don't know the algorithm gods and how to pay for that. Because you can't add. So, when you go to like a checkout and it's like, well, I have gift cards. Great. Well, there's still $8 remaining. Great. Here, I'll put it on my credit card. And whoosh, now the order is complete. Domino's does not have that feature built into either their website or through the app. So
see again, yeah. And that is why the old-fashioned J.D. Slade, if he wants something, he's gonna just walk into Domino's and say, "I want 2 pizzas." Blah 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 blah.
And here are my coupon codes.
No coupons here. It's like, just take my money.
I'm like,
but here again, Dan, like I said, now you spent over an hour.
Yes.
Of your time that you cannot get back.
Never get back again. And
playing with the Domino's website.
And I had a headache the entire night. I'm for real, a real headache. And honest to goodness, because I'm thinking like, what am I doing wrong? What did I press wrong? And then I go online and I find out that people have been quite snarky about Domino's and their new improved app, which basically is that's the problem. It's a new and improved app, but
new, improved at questionable.
On the flip side, Domino's is reporting to Wall Street, "Hey, we don't know what's happening. People aren't placing orders." Really?
Well, here, listen. It's like, Domino's is tomato covered cardboard. So it's like,
it used to be. No, it used to be, and they used to make a joke about it.
I haven't had a Domino's pizza in years because, well, I don't eat pizza.
They have stepped up their game. They've improved their their dough. It's not New York style, so don't expect that. But it is much more palatable than the frozen
cardboard
cardboard that I got from Wally World. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about that one, but anyway, let's see what I want to talk about here. So get there. Oh, this. So I will never underestimate just how stupid people can be.
You know, when you get ready to start a story with that,
we really expect technology to do things that it's way past its capabilities. All
that's
right.
because the technology has bragged it can do everything.
I
and so
know,
people
I
trust it
know,
to do
but
everything, but you have to be smart and realize that it's still controlled by man.
two things. Look, when you're going to get gas and you get pump number 1 and pump number 2, when you pull in, please pull up to pump number 2 so that someone can get behind you to pump number 1. So the two of you will fill up your tanks at the same time and drive away. If you're in pump number the first one, there's a line behind you. No one can use pump number 2 because they can't get ahead of you and back in. That's one. 2, to the lady over at Murphy's Express, no, just because there's a picture of a credit card on the screen doesn't mean that the screen is able to read your card number. You need to follow the instructions that are on the screen and stop tapping the screen. You got to tap the thing where it says tap the thing. Gee, it was like 8 minutes. And I'm like, oh, this lady's just dumber than. So it's in English.
See, and I'll bet you she got a headache after 8 minutes. You know, you had to go an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I followed the instructions step by step. She wasn't even reading the instructions. She was like looking down at her phone, and she was just holding up her card and just tapping it at the screen. And I'm like, wow.
Stupidity reigns supreme, man.
Yeah. Also, if you are driving, can you put the phone down, please?
Oh, my.
Because I don't want to see you coming towards me with your headlights. That was very scary.
Listen, it's like, you know, again, that's exactly why you don't get into an argument with your husband while you're on the phone driving, because as soon as you get really excited and you go, "Ah!" and next thing you know, there's a head-on collision.
Yeah, if I can't see your eyes, that's bad. Okay? That's really bad. If all I see is your forehead.
Use a handheld device anyway. Everywhere in this country, it's against the law,
Mm-hmm.
and people are still doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have a friend, Brenda. You know, again, and she's the one who, you know, you're riding down a country road with her, and all of a sudden, you know, she's not paying attention. All of a sudden, you hear
gravel kicking up,
gravel kicking up the side.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you know the cars I drive. If I do that, it's a one-way ticket to never be here again. So
yeah, but at least you tend to get where you're going. You may not get back, but you get where you're going.
Oh, I got there. Yeah. But but on occasion someone sends you a text message, you look down, you go, okay, I gotta keep driving though. But yeah, it's just people, please, for the love of God, if anything else, just cut it out. Look ahead of you. And remember, if you're speeding up, that's bad too. Oh, and then to the fellow who freaked out because I was coming up on you, again, learn to drive. Learn to drive. I mean, people drive. He was in the fast lane. Speed limit is 45. He was doing 20. He was doing 25. He slams on the brake and moves over to the right-hand lane, and then a pile of cars behind him go because he didn't like the fact that I was behind him. So I'm beside myself. Driving is a new technique, apparently.
Oh my God! Hey, listen, we have chewed up this hour.
Really?
Yes, it's like I took the first half and you took the second.
And I'll be in Scotland for Remember, it's National Irish Coffee Day, so get you some Jameson and put it into your coffee, and then take a nice long nap.
Well, because you can hear the music, it means we must be at the end of another fascinating hour of observations and, well, things that just annoy the living out of you.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
And I have no idea what we talk about.
He's going to have to listen to this.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to this all over again and go, what the hell?
Yeah, well, like I say, you'll find the funny in it because it's going to be funny. I guarantee you. 'Cause this was a very funny show.
Still don't know what we're talking about. All right. Well, say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Mason. Bye-bye.
Bye, Beauregard.
See ya.
As we always say, if you like it, tell your friends. If you don't, get new friends.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack. Is
We're
that,
good.
is everything done?